Hi guys, welcome back. So in this video I'm going to show you how to create this gym website landing page using Figma. So this is a dark theme design and here you can see there's a navigation bar at the top and there's a hero section. Next we have an about us section. This section is for services offered by this gym. And next there's a banner. Next section is to list the coaches. Here we are going to include only 5 as featured coaches. After that, we have a section for features of this gym. So the purpose of this section is to tell why the clients should select this gym. Next, we have a section for partners. Here we will include some sample logos like this. Then finally we have the footer with some contact information, links and a big bold logo. So let's start designing. First, go to figma.com and you can just click this get started button and log in here. After that, you can use Figma from the web browser. But if you want to download Figma, you can go to products and click downloads and scroll down. From here, you can download the desktop app. So I'm using Figma from the web browser and I have created a new file. So let's rename this as gym website. Let's start with adding some font styles. So I'm going to use this plugin to generate text styles. If you search peppercorn, you will find that plugin. Here we have to select this secondary option because we are going to use 2 font styles for this design. First, let's select the primary font style. This is the style I'm going to use, but you can select any style you prefer. After that, let's select pop-ins for the secondary style. I'm going to keep these sizes as they are, but we have to change the font style here. So I'm going to use pop-ins from body to footnote. You can change it from here like this. After that, click this generate scale button and click on generate everything. If you go to the first page, you can see the typography scale, and in the right side panel, you can see the text styles. So let's rename this page as typography. And let's rename the second page as design. I'm going to do the design on this page. After that, create a frame and select desktop from here. Let's rename it as home. Then let's create some color styles. Go to styles, click this plus icon and select color. First, create the primary color. So it will be A30000, which is red, and it will be the main color of our design. Next, click this plus icon again and create the remaining color styles like this. Here I have created all the color styles. After that, select this frame and go to fill and select the main background color. After that, let's change the page color to a light gray like this. And I have done a mistake in the dark gray, so it needs to be updated like this. Next, let's add a layout guide for this frame. So select this frame and go to layout guides. From this drop down, select columns. Count will be 12 and let's use 60 pixels for margins. Gutter will be 16. Let's change the color also. Let's keep like this. Next, let's create a logo for this website. I'm going to use the name Iron Pulse. Hope you can't see. So let's increase the font size to 32 and make this bold. And keep it like this. You can view the spacing among elements by holding the Alt key. Let's reduce this space now. After that, let's create the navigation bar. So these are the navigation links. First one is home, second one is classes, then trainers, blogs and contact us. Then select all these text and go to typography and select the style as body. After that, change the spacing around 52. Then select this first link, right click on it and create a frame. After that, add a stroke. Select bottom and change the color. So this link looks like it's underlined. Select the links and add auto layout. Then select the logo also and align them horizontally. Next, let's create a button for contact us. It will be placed in the upper right corner. So let's create a rectangle and fill it with our primary color. Make the corner radius 100 and add text as contact us. Then add auto layout. Next, change the padding of the button and set the width and height to hug contents. I'm going to add an arrow attached to this button. So create a circle. The circle size will be the same height as the rectangle. So I'm going to copy the height from here. Change the width also. Change the color of the circle to primary color. Spacing will be 0. Next, let's add an arrow inside this circle. Reduce the width. You can select this circle and add an auto layout. Here we have our button. Let's move it here. Select all these elements and distribute the spacing vertically. You can find it here. Let's add an auto layout and rename this as navigation. After that, let's create the hero section. So first, create a rectangle. Change the height to 500 and width to 1320. Align it to the center You can center from here. Change the corner to 30. You can make the corner smooth if you prefer. Select the rectangle and fill it with BG gray. Next, let's add an image. So, this is the image I am going to use. I have included a link to these images in the description. Change the right side corners of this image to 30. Then let's add some text here. Change the letter spacing around 4 and change the font size to 14. Next, let's create the main heading. Since this is a title, I am going to change the font style and make this bigger. Select heading 1. Reduce the width. Select this word and change the color to the primary red color. Next, let's add a small description here. So we have to change the font style to body. Reduce the width and align the text to left. And let's copy paste this button to the hero section. Change the text to join now. Let's add an auto layout to this button and change the gap to 0. Next, let's add some text here also. 320 members. Increase the font size to 24 pixels. Duplicate this. And 50 plus coaches. And 100 plus machines. Now let's add 2 lines to separate these elements. Select line and keep it like this. The height of the text is 76, so update the line height also to 76. Then duplicate this line. We can add auto layout and align these items nicely. Change the gap around 44. Now let's adjust the spacing between the texts. We can adjust the line height of this text, so detach the text style and change the line height to auto. And then reduce the spacing around 20. Let's move this up. Now it looks fine. Here you can see I kept 40 pixels for spacing. Now select all these and make it a group. Then let's change the color to light gray. For these words also I'm going to use light gray. Let's change this also to light gray. After that, select the text group, image and the background rectangle. Then make it a group and rename it as hero. Reduce the spacing to 20. Next, let's create the About Us section. Before that, let's increase the height of this frame. Then create another rectangle and change the corner size to 30. And change the fill to BG gray. After that, let's copy paste these elements. Now we can change the content such that it matches the About Us section. So select the subtext and the main title and add auto layout. Align them to center. And resize the subtext. Yeah, now it's fine. Next, we need to adjust the font size of the title. Select the text style as H2. This one. Let's resize this also. Move it here. And add some text to the paragraph. So I added some sample text here and go to adjustments, select the center alignment. Move the button to bottom center. Then create a circle and add a stroke like this. Go to library and select primary. After that, let's add some text here. Then center align the text. Next, let's increase the size of this circle around 130. Reduce the font size of this text to caption. Next, let's add an icon. Go to plugins and search for Iconify. And select this plugin. Search for gym. You can select any icon you prefer. For now, let's select this first one. It's a dumbbell. Keep it here and let's find another icon. Let's search for fitness. Yeah, let's use this heart icon and this hand. Let's just import this exercise machine also. Then select all these icons and change the color to primary. Take this icon and change the size to 44. Add auto layout. change the gap to 12. Then select the circle also and add auto layout. So I feel we can reduce the size, so let's make this a little bit small. Adjust the size of the icon also. Move it here and duplicate it 3 times. And place them like this. Now we copy icons and replace them here. We need to change the size to 36. So select these 3 and change the size to 36. Copy the heart and replace it here. Then copy the hand, replace it here. So we don't need this icon, let's delete it. Now we can change the text inside the circles. Here the text will be personal training. This one is certified trainers. Then adjust the width. This one will be modern vibes. Resize the text and adjust the width. Then select the first circle and align these two. Align the heading to the center. And then let's increase the width of this text. Next, let's add some images here. So I'm going to use these 5 images. Let's drag and drop them. After that, change the corner radius to 20 and make them smooth. Change the color of the stroke to light gray. And you can place the images like this. This one goes here. Let's bring these images to the front. Right click and select Bring to Front. And select all images and align them. Next, we can distribute the spacing. After that, let's change the rotation of these images. First, select this image and change the rotation to -14. Next one to -10. Then select this image and change it to 10. The last one is 14. Now we need to adjust spacing. So select Distribute Horizontal Spacing and adjust the spacing here around -139. Then let's make it a group. Here this man is hidden, so select this image and go to Fill. From this drop down, select Crop and change the size and adjust the position of this image. Now we need to align the whole section's content. Let's increase the height of this rectangle to 672. And move the button down. Let's align the circles also. So I'm going to keep the same spacing on both sides. Now let's select all these elements and make it a group and rename it as About. We need to adjust the width of the rectangles. Width is 1320 pixels. Next, select this rectangle and copy paste it. Now we are going to create the services section. So we need to include these circle shapes for the clients, and we will need this customer.png image. Let's drag and drop them to our design. Distribute the spacing and reduce the spacing like this. We need to reduce it around -21. Next, bring this image to the front. You can also easily add an auto layout and change the gap to -25. Select this image, move it here. Then change the corner radius to 30. We can also use the corner smoothing. Align the image to the left side. Next, increase width of the rectangle to 692 pixels. As previous, you can add text to the section. So copy paste the heading and a paragraph. Let's align these to left and create a rectangle here. Change the corner radius to 20. Change the height around 200 and change the width to 296. Then change the fill to dark gray. Let's reduce the spacing to 24. Next, add some text inside this rectangle. So I have already pasted some text here. Change the font to 16 and make the title medium. Next, adjust the width of the text. After that, create a circle. We are going to add an icon inside this circle. Size will be 36. Change the color to primary. Move this here. We can make this a group. Reduce the space. Select all text and make a group. Then select the rectangle and add auto layout. Align them center. Next, let's reduce the space between the circle and the title. And now let's add an icon here. So go to the Iconify plugin, search for heart, let's use this one. Next one is support. This one seems better. Then search for nutrition. Seems there's no nice icon. Let's check for food. Yeah, let's select this plate. Then search for group. Let's use this one. Select all these icons and change the color to white. And also change the size to 24. Copy this icon and click on this circle and make it a group before pasting the icon. Otherwise the elements will be misaligned due to the auto layout. Next, let's change the description color to light gray. And then duplicate this 3 times. Now adjust the spacing and align the items. Select these 4 cards and add auto layout. Change the width to 612 because we need to keep 40 pixels around the text as padding. Then make the gap auto. If this looks cluttered or overloaded, we can reduce the card size around 176. And adjust the spacing like this. Now replace the icons. Next, change the titles such that they match the icons. This one is strength and cardio. Next one is group classes. Now let's jump into the right side. I'm going to add some clients here. So create a small square. Change the corner to 20. Set the color to white. And also add effects. Select background blur from this drop down and select around 100 for now. Let's reduce the color opacity to 20. Then adjust the blur. Here, let's keep it like this. Move the image inside the square. Bring it to front. Then go to the hero section and copy this element. Paste it here and change the text as customers. Let's increase the text size and see whether it will fit here. Select this and add auto layout. Change the height and width to hug contents. Keep padding around 24. Here it will be better to reduce the font size, so let's use H4. Place this element such that there will be 40 padding from both left and bottom. Now select this and make it a group. Select all items in the left side and make it a group. Then select both this text and rename it as services. Now it's fine. After that, let's increase the size of the frame. Then let's create the banner. So import the banner background image and change the corner to 30. Next, copy paste the title, description and the button. Move them down. Resize the heading and text to left. Bring this button to here. Then select this image and click the plus icon, so it will look like an overlay. Go to gradient and change the first one to 100, second one to 0. Change the opacity of the fill to 50. We can adjust the grading like this. Let's change the title. Subtext will be look inside. Then change the description also. Then reduce the spacing around 32. We can reduce the text with a little more and add an auto layout. Then adjust the alignment. Let's change the gradient position like this. Let's see the opacity by increasing it. Yeah, this will be fine. Keep the left padding and make this a group. Then rename it as banner. Again, go to the about section and copy the title. Place it here. Change the title to The People Behind the Power. So this is our featured coaches section. Set the width to hug contents and center align. Then reduce the space. Now let's import the coaches images. Next, create a rectangle for the background. Change the width and height like this. Corner radius will be 30. Change the fill to beige gray. Then move this image. Next, let's add a background color to the image. Click this plus icon and add a gradient like this. Then move it behind the image. Change the opacity to 100 and make the corner radius to 30. Only the top corners will be 30 and bottom will remain 0. Next, add a name as Ravi. He is the HIIT coach. Change the font style to body. Then duplicate and add a small sentence. Next, align them to center. Reduce the caption size. And also increase the title weight to medium or maybe semi-bold. Next, adjust the spacing. Now go to Iconify and add some social media icons here. So let's use this one. Move it here. Select all and align to the top. Here you can see between these icons there's a space, but around the first icon there's no space. So let's remove the space. Move the icon out and delete the frame. Now there's no border. Set the size to 20 and move it inside the card. We need to change the color. Let's use gray. Then adjust the space. Let's reduce the icon size around 20. Now it looks fine. Select all and make a group. Move it here. We can change the sentence color to light gray. And change the spacing here around 20. Let's add a border to this rectangle. So increase the width and make all corners 30. And align the item center. Next, add a drop shadow and reduce the opacity like this. Now, select this image, copy it, delete it, then select this and paste to replace. Do the same for other 3 images as well. Now we need to add the gradient background to the other coaches images as well. So select this fill, press Ctrl or CMD+C to copy it and select the next image. Press Ctrl+V or CMD+V so the gradient will come here. Then select the fill and move it to behind. Next, change the corner radius of all the images. So the image radius will be 20 and the background rectangle corner will have 30. Next, I will change the coaches names. Then select all and add an auto layout. Change the width to 1320. Then select the gap to auto. Next, keep spacing around 32. Make this a group and rename it as coaches. So this is the final look of this section. I have just used the same subtext here, but you can use different text for each coach. Next, let's start creating the features section. For that, copy a heading and a background rectangle. Increase the height of the rectangle. We don't need to adjust the title again, so let's use an already center aligned title. Change the subtext to YS and also change the title. Let's add a full stop to the other titles also. Move the title to the center. Let's reduce the height. Create a circle, change the size around 80. Set the color to primary. Then add some text like this. Use the auto layout and center align like this. Then click on the circle and make it a group because we need to add an icon there. Go to the Iconify plugin and search for support. There's no good icon, so let's use help. Seems there's no better icon, so let's see handshake. Yeah, let's use this icon. Change the color to white. Copy this icon, delete it and paste it inside the circle. You can increase the size of the icon. Then duplicate this 4 times. Move it to the left while keeping 40 padding. Then increase the spacing among elements. Next, make it a group. Reduce the spacing here. Then select that group, background rectangle, then add an auto layout. Set the height to hug contents. Then change the left and right padding to 40. Select this group, add auto layout. Then set the gap to auto. And adjust the spacing and do the alignments like this. Next, let's change the text. This one will be clean, safe environment. Affordable membership plans, community events and challenges, built for results, and backed by care. Then adjust the width of the text for 2 lines. Now select all 5 elements, set the width to 164 pixels. Next, duplicate this section. This section is for partners. So let's rename the titles. For the brand logos, I'm going to use a plugin called Brand Fetch. Here you can see this is the plugin. Let's find and add some logos. Here it got duplicated, let's remove one. Then add another logo. Then place the logos like this. Fix the dimensions and set the height to 32 pixels. Then add an auto layout. Change the gap to 20. Let's rename this as brand logos. Then copy this and select this frame. Replace the logos here. Now let's change the width to fill container and adjust the gap to auto. Nice. Then let's remove the colors from the logos and make them gray color. Since the second logo is an image, we can't adjust color, but let's change the saturation. Change this to light gray. Since this second logo is not visible, let's do some adjustments like this. Now it seems fine. Then select the brand logos frame and set the bottom and top padding to 24. Let's add padding to the features also. Like this. After that, adjust the section spacing. Now we have to create the footer. So go up and copy a rectangle. Place it at the end of the frame. Then add a small paragraph here. You can adjust the size, alignments. Then duplicate this and add some contact information like this. Use caption text style for this. Then go to Iconify and add a phone icon. Next, Gmail and location icon. Select the icons and change the color to white. Use size around 20. Then keep the icon like this and add an auto layout. Reduce the gap to 12. Then duplicate this for the Gmail and location. Replace the icons also. Then let's use a dummy email address and a location here. One, two, three Fitness Lane. Change the alignment to the top left corner. Then add auto layout to these three elements and adjust the gap to 20. Adjust this space also. Change the color of these text to light gray. Then duplicate the description and you can add the links like this. Select the two links and add auto layout and set the gap to 12. Then duplicate link. Let's change this text. Then select the links, title and add an auto layout. After that you can duplicate this for the other links. Update the text like this. Then select these four and set the width to half contents. And adjust the spacing. Then let's add the logo. So copy it from the top navigation and place it here. Select this scale option or simply press K and increase the size of this logo such that it will have 60 pixels padding from each left and right side. Next, move the logo to top. Adjust the place of the text. Now we have 40 pixels padding. And now let's add the copyright note here. Duplicate this text and move it here. So I have pasted a copyright note. After that, go to the coaches section and copy the social media icons. Place them in the footer's right bottom corner. And let's add a YouTube icon also. Change the color to gray. Move the icon inside the icon's frame. Like we did before, let's keep only the vector and delete the frame. Here you can see it. Set the height to fill. Then select the copyright note, social media icons, and add an auto layout. Make it center aligned. Next, let's adjust the position. Increase the spacing of these links. Select the text and make it a group. Set the spacing to 0. And select all and create a group. Then add an auto layout and set the padding to 40. Height needs to be hug contents. Then rename the frame as footer. Now let's add an auto layout to the whole page. Before that, select the navigation and hero section, then make it a group. After that, select the frame and add an auto layout. Set the right and left side padding to 60 pixels. Then set top and bottom padding around 20. Here also you can see it's 20. Now let's change the spacing among the sections. So change the gap to 60. Then let's change the icons in this section. Search for clean. Let's use this one. Then let's add a money icon. And let's add 2 more icons also. Change the size to around 48 and set the color to white. After that, replace the icons like this. Change this button text to explore more. This also needs to be explore more. Center line this. In here, change the line color to light gray. Now everything looks fine. Let's run the file. Here is our final design. Hope you like the design, and if you have any questions, drop a comment. I have included the images link in the description, so you can get the images there. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video.